Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that? Be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platforms. Follow us on all the socials and watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, man, I wanted to start this show off, if you can tell by my excitement. The Dodgers have won the World Series.
Let's go Dodgers.
In my Oprah voice.
He said in his Oprah voice.
World Series.
You get a car. You get a car.
Or a ring. Or a pennant. But yeah, man, congrats to the Dodgers, man. Like, I stayed up for that 18-inning game.
Yeah, that game was crazy. I mean, when's the last time a game went 18 innings?
Well, the Dodgers basically topped their own record of doing the same thing like a year ago. But no, but dude, like I'm sitting there with the palsy neck, you know, trying to stay awake and fighting the sleep off. Looked like a little toddler in his freaking high chair.
Right.
But dude, when that walk-off happened, I was like, oh, that was dope. And then I went right to bed.
Sleep like a baby.
But man, a hard-fought series. It was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be, but man, I'm glad they pulled through.
Yeah.
Interesting tidbit, and I think this is why I knew they'd win. Will Smith has now been on 6 straight World Series championship rosters.
Really?
He was on the Dodgers win in 2020. He was on the Braves win in 2021. He was on the Astros win in 2022. He was on the Rangers win in 2023. He was on the Dodgers in 2024. And now he's on the Dodgers again in 2025. So
That's crazy.
Whatever roster this man is on,
they're going to win.
About to get that ring.
They're going to win.
So I think that's nuts. That's crazy that he's won 6 World Series in a row. I mean, is he Jordan? I mean, it's not the same team, but is he Jordan? He got 6 straight rings.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, that's nuts. But
shout out to the Dodgers. Congrats.
Congrats to the Dodgers, man. Congrats. Let's do it again. And I'm calling it 3-peat 2026.
Let's bring it home again next year.
I don't want to jinx it. Let's just do our best. So switching it up to a much lighter topic, one of those little thinkers for you.
Yeah. A thanker?
A thanker, yeah. Like not
like a thanker later? Thank her for her service?
Yeah, thank her. Thank her.
A thanker.
Put your thanker cap on.
Put your thanker cap on.
All right. So if scent is spelled S-E-N-T,
right?
Like you sent
something. Yeah.
And cent is spelled C-E-N-T.
Yes.
Like the currency.
Yeah.
Then S-C-N-T. Cent.
S-C-E-N-T.
Which letter is silent, the S or the C?
I mean, it's you got both of them together, so one of them's got to be silent, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the C. I'm gonna pick the C.
You're gonna.
I'm gonna pick the C. The C is silent.
I think just from our learnings in school, I believe that it would be considered the C as being the silent, but
or maybe it's the S is silent because that's the first letter, like the P in pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl, right? So
that's crazy.
Yeah, So yeah, I mean,
I was wondering where you're going with that because once you said scent and then scent,
right?
And I'm like, okay, so
but there's also a scent that uses both the S and the C.
So we got 3 words that sound the same. All spelt differently, but spelt the same at the same time, and all mean the same.
Like you got one as sending something. You got one as currency, and you got one means something stank. You got a scent,
right? So, something smells fishy.
And I think that is which letter is silent. That smells fishy.
That smells fishy.
So
it's got to be the C. The C smells fishy.
That's my light subject of the day.
That's funny. Scent, and scent. Are there any other scents? I can't think of any. I think it's just those 3.
That don't make no sense.
They're scents.
Yeah. See, once you go plural, it changes.
We got scent, and scents.
Exactly. So
that's funny.
Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. Believe that. Let the people know that you see that and what they want to know. Can you reach that? Can you reach that? And now your host, Tango and Coop.
Can you reach that?
Did you catch the verses?
I'll admit.
Oh.
Yes, I did, but no, I didn't in the sense that I didn't watch it in its entirety. I watched it, and it was a few points where I shuffled to advance it a little
pass
bit.
It up. Yeah.
And it didn't have the energy that I wanted, that I expected. It didn't.
Okay, well, hold on. Before we get into that, who do you think? Who did you think was going to take it, and then who do you think took it?
Well, we mentioned on the last episode
we
that
did.
Mystical not going to be there. Obviously, we assumed Lil Wayne was going to be there, and he was
did not
not
show up.
there.
Yeah.
So that took away a lot, I think, from the Hot Boys. It could go either way. There was not a lot of energy, but I think the way the energy did kind of go, I think I want to kind of give it to No Limit.
Same.
So
I had to give it to No Limit.
I mean, he got
feel like
he
No
got the
Limit-
march dance going. They already got memes about the march
The
dance.
marching, yeah,
So-
I seen that. Yeah, I had to give it to No Limit too. Like, I feel like they both came out, they both did their thing.
Yeah.
It was great to see. I mean, they put on for Louisiana. You know what I mean?
Did he make you say
He did make me say
Okay, bet.
He made me say He made me say bout it.
About it. When he
Yeah.
brought about it in too, I mean, that was
I was right. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
he was kind of
How you
talking
do
about
that there?
that Birdman.
Yeah.
So
Nah, I thought it was dope. I thought it was a great show. I do feel I appreciate the venue doing it in Las Vegas during Complex and everything like that, but I feel like it wasn't the right crowd for a No Limit.
I
Cash
feel like
Money.
this should have been done in the South.
Yeah, if
It
they
should
did this
have
in the
been done-
South,
at the very least, if they-
Texas.
well, I mean, you would think it should be done somewhere in Louisiana. I mean,
Well, that would have been the big one.
the
Yeah.
ideal, right?
Yeah, that would've
But
been
I
the
mean, I
perfect
think
spot
at the
for it.
very least you go ATL. I don't know if you go Texas. I think you go like ATL.
I think
or
ATL
something.
would have been a good second.
But-
I mean,
but
Texas as far as
If
West, I feel like if they went to Texas, that would have still been cool because it was still.
Maybe, but I think New Orleans, if they did something,
No, that would have been the perfect spot.
It would've-
'Cause that would be the same thing as like let's say a Kendrick, and I'm just throwing two random names out there. I was gonna say Kendrick and Quick, but
Right.
you know, two LA artists doing it in LA would have been dope.
Yeah.
Two Bay artists doing it in the Bay. We had two Louisiana artists that should have did in
technically,
Louisiana.
No Limit was started in Richmond, California. So,
Well, once you go deep
Fact checking.
back into the roots,
right. But no,
Google it.
yes. So that means that Master P is West Coast. No,
Right.
But no, I just felt like their energy was okay, but I felt like they could have brought it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Both sides.
I mean, come on, now everybody's old.
but you do feed off the crowd, and like you said, I think it wasn't the crowd necessarily that they.
It wasn't
served
the,
it
it wasn't
justice.
it wasn't the crowd that they deserved. Is really what it was. They had a great crowd. I'm not
It did.
throwing shade to the
and
crowd.
It's not throwing shade.
It was a great crowd.
But I think if it was in New Orleans,
yeah,
or it was somewhere in Louisiana,
they
at the
would have
very
blew
least,
the roof off.
oh, it would have been crazy.
Everybody would have went word for word. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would definitely would have been a battle then.
You know, and it's ain't a knock though. I'm not talking trash. I'm not saying it was a crappy verses, nothing like that. There was other verses like the Locks, you know, and Dipset. For me, that was crazy good. So
Yeah,
like,
I think that's got to be top tier verses right there.
You know, you want to see that kind of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But no, I thought it was great. You know, everybody came out and they did their thing. It was a little disappointing not seeing Wayne there.
Right.
You know, they had.
I mean, No Limit even brought Snoop out. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you would expect to see.
Yeah, they closed
Wayne.
out with Snoop. That was their little showstopper. That was their little ace up the sleeve. You know.
Yep.
So finishing off with Snoop was pretty dope.
Maybe they brought him just in case they brought Wayne out.
Right.
Like, that's why they kept it to the end.
We got Snoop. Nah, but I was thinking they was gonna end on make him say So I was a little surprised.
I literally did, and we talked about that on the other show.
Yeah.
I did think that was gonna be like their main, like, all right, now let's hit him with this.
Because I felt like, I mean, at least from the songs that they did, I felt like that was their hypest songs, or at least one of the hypest songs
yeah.
that they did. You know, no, not a limit. Cash Money finishing off with "Back That Ass Up," I thought was a good choice.
Yep,
You
and
know.
we spoke on that one too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody knows that song, so. That was a great song to end the set. You know?
It was good, you know, and you know, and you could show even though this was a versus, and even though there's competition, there was still a lot of love on that stage, and
Yeah,
you know, we
which
love
was
to
dope
see it.
to see. You
We
know?
love to see it. So
Birdman had to throw his little shots in at the end. You know,
yeah, of
that
course,
was crazy.
of course.
And then the other
respect
thing
on his
too,
name, man.
the other thing too, and I'm sure you've seen the clips of Mercedes and her little crash out.
Yeah,
she did apologize though.
She apologized, but I'm not gonna sit there and say it was warranted, but I'm not gonna say it wasn't warranted.
Yeah.
It was because they did her song right in front of her.
Yeah,
and she wasn't.
and
up
she
there
wasn't
doing
on the
song.
stage. Yeah,
So that was kind of like, dude, like, I mean, she's there. Like, y'all should have just
brought her up.
I mean, it shouldn't have even been like, oh, you're here. It should have been.
She should have been the whole part of it.
the
Yeah.
plan. So
that's
I
one
do get
thing. That is one thing. Definitely that I'll give to No Limit. They definitely seemed like they were more a collaborative unit. Like everybody was there together. Everybody was fatigued up. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody was ripping and ready to go. I mean, the fact that you had Silk the Shocker come out with the original offbeat rapper. You know.
That dude will be on a 87 BPM beat, and he's rapping like he's Usain Bolt.
He's going at 112.
Yeah, just like, and it's like, dude, that's not the beat.
But I mean, it worked though. It's a crazy thing. You know, we
style.
talked about Lil Wayne not being there, but I do feel like Lil Wayne had a lot of influence on the following generations that came up after him.
For sure.
And I feel like Silk did the same thing, because when you look at, you know, the Bluefaces of the world that had that little offbeat flow, I definitely want to say they had to have some inspirations from Silk the Shocker. Had to. Because I mean, by my recollection, I feel like he was the first that we would have considered an offbeat rapper, because I had a hard time like following his flow. Like I couldn't get down to it.
Because you're nodding your head to the beat, on beat, and then you're trying to rap his words.
His
and you're
words,
like,
and it's
hey,
like,
your words is off.
It's like trying to pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. I can't even do it.
You was patting your stomach.
I was rubbing both. I was doing both.
So careful, man. You might end up with high school fro coop.
Oh man, I missed high school for a Coop.
So
yeah, but it was a good show. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm glad that they put on for Louisiana. I'm glad there was no love lost between the two. The love that was on the stage was just dope to see between the two of them. You know, the back and forth. It was just great. And you know, like again, no shade to the crowd, but if it was a Louisiana event, yeah, the crowd would have blew the roof off.
yeah,
Crowd would have blew the roof off. So
indeed.
shout out to No Limit. Shout out to Cash Money. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Everybody that performed. Y'all did a great job. Looking forward to the next verses when they decide to do it. So here's something that I think we haven't seen yet, because we have seen some female verses, but I don't think we've seen any female rap verses.
We need that.
So I feel like a female rap verses would be dope. And the first person that comes to my mind is Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Oh, but the hard part about Missy is Missy could go toe to toe with some male artists.
She could.
So
that's the crazy thing,
female
too.
artists would be tough. See, now I was thinking something a little bit more like, you know, like maybe Lil Kim versus Eve or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, if we're gonna do a versus and we're going for the old school beefs, it would have to be Lil Kim and Foxy Brown.
Oh, I know that, but I wasn't going for beef per se.
I know, but I'm just saying,
like, you know, I want to see.
We could go catalog for catalog.
Remember, Eve was on the Roots track before people knew who Eve was. She didn't even get credited for that.
Yeah.
So I think they switched it up now. I think she does have credit now, but initially she didn't have credit. She was just
on there.
It was a girl rapping and nobody knew. Who. So
same with Jill Scott.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, background. She was doing all kinds of singing.
I mean, shout out to Badu for being the one to pick it up, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, there could be some female verses out there. And speaking of Badu, Badu could get in the verses.
Man, a Badu and Jill Scott. I mean, I don't know. I feel like those two could go toe to toe.
I can see it.
I remember they were in rotation together.
What about like Badu and Lauryn Hill?
Badu and Lauryn Hill would be good if we could get Lauryn Hill to show up. Don't hate me.
Right. Or maybe you know,
who could we do against MC Lyte?
Ooh, MC Lyte. I feel like if you go in there, you're gonna have to do like MC Lyte and maybe
Roxanne Shante, or is that a little
Queen
too...
Latifah?
Queen Latifah, okay. MC Lyte and Queen Latifah. I can see that.
The Brat. What about Brat and Eve?
Brat and Eve would be good.
That would be a good
Brat
one.
and Eve would be good.
That would be good because their catalogs are fairly similar.
Yeah.
But I think Brat has maybe a little bit more.
Both
but
lyrical.
I think, lyrical.
Both great writers.
Different styles, so they won't blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be
that's
dope.
a good one. Brat and Eve. You heard it here first, folks.
Tango and Coop. Tango and Coop, copyright.
Hey, y'all help us put that out into the atmosphere. We want to see a Brat and Eve versus.
Yeah, I think that's a winner right there. Brat and Eve, I would watch that.
And it would be dope if they did it in one of their hometowns or somewhere between, you know, like in like Eve is from Philly, right? She's a Philly girl, right?
Yeah, Eve is Philly.
Yeah, and then the Brat is
Chicago.
Yeah, so I mean, either one of those would be dope. If we did it in Philly, if we did it in Chicago, I don't know what's in between those two that would hit, but
right.
Or you bring them down. You bring them both down to Atlanta.
Or you bring them to Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bring them to Vegas. Yeah. A Vegas crowd would be good for Eve and the Brat.
Neutral ground.
Yeah.
No, but I think, I think that would be a good battle.
That'd be crazy.
So,
yeah. Speaking of battle rappers,
you're laughing, so this is going to be an ironic twist.
Because I know how you feel. I know how much you love Drake.
And I don't consider him a battle rapper.
And I laugh because
he's not a battle rapper.
But he has been in battles.
He's in a beef. I think it's a difference. It's a difference between a battle rapper and being in a beef. He's in a beef.
Yeah,
but he's not a battle rapper.
He's a beef rapper.
Yeah, he's a beef
light, a beef substitute.
He's part of hip hop.
Hip hop anonymous. Yeah, but bro just had he just turned 39. Just had a 39th birthday. But and I want to say it's about 15 years since he dropped his first album.
Okay.
But it's a laundry list of accolades that this man has racked up, because we know he's been putting out music like it's going out of style since 2010 when he dropped his first album.
We've talked about how you're.
Oh yeah, I'm a Drake fan.
When you saturate the market, you're gonna get
something.
Yeah.
But I'm a Drake fan. I'm a day one. I haven't followed him his whole career. I'm more early Drake than later Drake.
You're a Drakeac.
I'm a Drakeaholic.
Drakemaniac.
A Drakeomaniac. But yeah, I'm gonna run through some of his accolades real quick.
Run it.
Most streamed artist of all time, most charted songs of all time, most #1 songs for a male soloist, most top 10 hits of all time, most top 40 hits of all time, most streamed rapper of all time, rapper with the most songs over 1 billion streams, the artist with the most albums over 1 billion streams, the last rapper to sell 1 million copies in the first week, highest RIAA certified artist of all time, most RIAA platinum hit singles of all time. We're not done yet. The list continues. The most RIAA diamond plaques of any artist, most weeks spent charting on the billboards of all time, 51 times nominated and 5-time Grammy Award winner, the Billboard Artist of the Decade.
He's only 5 for 51?
Yeah, 5 for 51. But again,
5 for 51.
When you throw a lot of shit out there,
that's the saturation effect.
But I mean, we're talking 10% right there, so how many other artists can say that 10% of their, well, Kendrick was a sweep. Anyway, Billboard Artist of the Decade for the 2010s, and the most awarded artist of all time at the Billboard Music Awards.
Word.
So even though people will not dub him as the greatest lyricist, the greatest rapper, the greatest artist, you can't deny the relevance that this man has had to the industry, to the genre, just overall to music in general,
Okay.
It's
a lot of accolades. I'm not hating on the accolades.
No.
He's not my cup of tea. I mean, like I said, he has some songs that you hear it gets kind of earwormed into you.
He's commercial.
Yeah. But
he's commercial.
And we've talked about the kind of split in genres and the hip hop and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you did mention he's had the most top 40.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, did you know that as of now, there's a streak of 35 years that has just ended because of this era's rappers basically not charting. So since 1990, February of 1990, there has been at least one rap song in the top 40 consistently all the time up until literally recently. Right now, October of 2025, there is not one rapper in the top 40.
Wow.
So it kind of speaks on the state of rap right now. I'm not saying it's a dead genre, but it speaks on the quality that's being put out. I mean, I do think it's we've talked about the mumble rap era, and there's a lot of these rappers that are kind of blending their sounds to sound the same. Everybody wants to sound like somebody now, as opposed to individualizing. But
I feel like that also ties into the gift and the curse of social media and the spread of the exposure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's not as regional as it used to be. Like we definitely had our regions where every region sounded
you sounded West Coast, East Coast, South.
But because we have access to everybody's music, I think it all has homogenized into one sound.
But it's the younger generation though. They listen to what's out there. And it's the viral viral thing, right? So they think, oh, this is hot. I got to do a song like this, rather than let me make my own song, So they try to do songs like this, and so people are kind of, it's cool, but I heard, it sounds like something I've already heard, and and it sucks because that's a hell of a streak. I mean, you're talking, 35 straight years of the genre being in the top 40, and now it's just not
right.
So gotta step their games up. So
that is an impressive streak, Hey, but I mean, everybody's got to take a little break now and then.
The exact streak is 35 years, 8 months, and 3 weeks.
So is that a weekly stat? Is that a monthly stat?
Yeah.
Top 40 every week or top 40?
Yeah,
okay.
every week.
Yeah. I mean, that's impressive.
So
It ain't no Michael Jackson Thriller numbers, but
yeah, at least they had a stake in the game.
Yeah.
Right now, people are just not feeling what's being put out there, so it's just not charting. So
that's crazy.
Time for there's rumors about Jay-Z working on something. There's rumors about a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of these old school heads putting out music that has been kind of sparking a new interest, right?
Right.
So we need some more of that so we can get this back on track.
OG showing the young bucks how it's done or how we do it. I guess I should say.
Yeah, got to get back in the studio and make these albums real fit, tighten them up. Get the quality real right. Everybody's got too much access to doing stuff at home. Get in the studio and really focus on your craft and make a real solid studio album. I mean, that's just the key.
Well, I mean, everything is cyclical.
Yeah.
So I imagine that it's going to come back around to that, only simply for the fact that, again, I mean, days of the music of the past, unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it, there were gatekeepers. You had to go through specific channels to get to the mainstream.
And now you can walk around the gate.
Yeah. There is no gate. There's still a gate.
It's a field with a gate, but you can just walk around the gate because the field's there's no fence.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many ways that you can break into it.
Yeah.
So the gift and the curse. That means that anybody and everybody can put their stuff out there. But like you said, there's a level of saturation that I think has diluted the quality of what used to be put out there.
I miss that quality. I mean, and we've talked about these cats coming out. The new Redman and De La's got an album coming out, and we've gone through through all these legends dropping solid studio albums, in their later years.
Yeah.
And now I think it's time for, if the young generation wants to really step up, they've got to put down the iPods mic that they're using and recording in the house and really get in the studio and drop a quality studio album. I think that's don't record it, mix it, and master it yourself. Record it, have someone else mix it so there's unbiased ears.
Yeah.
And once you got your stuff mixed, go have somebody else master it so there's also unbiased ears and you can get the quality really tip-top shape.
Yeah.
And stop rapping about all this money you got and then wanting free hookups for the beats and free hookups for the mixing and free hookup. You rapping about money, you got to pay. You got to pay for that quality.
Right.
So...
But I do want to give props out to there is a young rapper up and coming. I don't want to say he's broken out into the mainstream yet, but I definitely hear him a lot, and I have talked about him before because he's doing the Hall of Fame induction for Outkast.
Oh yeah.
JID.
Yeah.
So him coming out on the scene, great lyricist, great sound.
Yeah, indeed.
He's definitely one of the new age eras that is trying to do it the way that it should be done.
Yep, indeed.
Shout out to the young cats. There are some young ones out there that are doing it right, But again, it's cyclical. I feel like we are starting to get back into an era where they're trying to be more lyrical. They're trying to be more artistic. They're trying to be less. We're moving away from the mumble rap. I feel like we've been out of the mumble rap era for a little bit.
Yeah.
But we are in an era where they're not really saying much.
Yeah, there's no content.
There's
no content. There's no story. There's no substance.
Yeah.
And that's because everybody's trying to be like everybody else rather than tell their own story.
Yeah. So it'll get there. It'll get there. Growing pains. It's the growing pains of the industry, of the genre.
Indeed.
Yeah. But speaking of quality over quantity, me and my facts. I don't know if I find them or if they find me. My statistics. But something I stumbled across that I thought was very interesting. The rappers who have all of their studio albums that have gone platinum or higher.
Okay.
And there's a list of about 8 of them.
Okay.
And just off top, do you think that you can
So these are just rappers?
Just rappers.
And
with just their studio albums.
So just
their whole
you're not talking like soundtracks, mixtapes, just
none
studio
of that,
albums.
Just studio albums.
And every
single one of them is platinum.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
And one of our favorite groups who we've mentioned.
I feel like, just to throw a couple out there, I don't know I don't think Snoop's gone.
Snoop is not on the list.
I was gonna say because
every one of his albums has not gone platinum.
Yeah. I read a story too that they haven't even tallied some of his stuff up in like 10 years.
He's been putting out a lot of music.
Well, and RIAA I think hasn't updated his stats since
really?
2014 or something.
They should get on that.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z is on the list. He actually tops the list. 13 albums, all 13 platinum.
You said group, and you said mentioned it, so I'm gonna go with Outkast because that's my favorite group.
Outkast is also on the list. All 6 of their studio albums have gone platinum. Now, mind you, this is just studio albums. This isn't mixtapes.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. This
and
is
see,
just
I'm
studio
biased
albums.
too because I also want to say Roots because I feel like all of them should have gone platinum because
Should
they're
have,
just all dope.
but they are not on the list.
Yeah, what else you got? I'm
gonna just run through. We're gonna go top to bottom. So I mentioned Jay-Z was number 1. All 13 of his albums platinum.
I'm gonna guess Drake probably is.
Drake, ironically, Drake is number 2.
Drake's number okay.
8 albums, all platinum. Following up for the next 3 spots, J. Cole, Missy Elliott, and Outkast. All 6 of their albums have gone platinum.
Missy, wow,
Yeah, Missy.
that's dope.
Again.
I'm not shocked. That wasn't a wow. Like, oh my god, really?
Yeah.
No, I'm
it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then coming up after that, Nicki Minaj, all 5 of her albums have gone platinum. And then Travis Scott, all 4 of his albums have gone platinum. And then the last 2 that are on the list, I mean, worth mentioning, but when you only have 2 albums and both have gone platinum, I feel like you need a little more to get some recognition for it. But Biggie Smalls,
Right.
I'm sorry, we can't call him Biggie Smalls anymore. Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, well, he only had
his 2 albums
to get them 2 out. Yeah,
that he did prior to him passing, but both went platinum. And then a new addition to the list because she just recently dropped the album, her second album, Cardi B. So she's 2 for 2 right now.
So the other thing that this is me being a little bit biased.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Is some of those that you mentioned did that by selling physical copies.
True that. True.
And that for me means more than off of streams. And that's not hating off streams per se, but
Nah, it was definitely
dude, you're buying a whole album for one song sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So like you were selling albums.
But I don't think we're buying any of these albums for one song.
No, you're not.
None of these were, yeah.
Especially like the Jay-Z. When you're talking about the physical copies, like the Jay-Z's and the Outkast, you were buying it from multiple, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a cool little list.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting though.
So I'll flip the script on you. I got one for you then.
Okay.
So there was and this is just an opinion piece.
Yeah.
But there was an opinion piece based the rappers with the best vocabulary.
Best vocabulary.
And
so that's different from best lyricist though, right?
So yeah, and that's the hard part is you got to take the lyricist out of your mind because wordplay is different from having a vocabulary. Vocabulary is how many words are in your vocabulary, and how you use them. And lyricist is like you could use similar words over and over and over, but
because like I would consider, and maybe an unpopular opinion, but I would consider Big Sean a good lyricist.
Okay,
but I wouldn't say.
But see, you're talking about lyricist.
But that's what I'm saying. But I wouldn't say he had the vocabulary.
So they got a top 10 list. I'll run it down from the bottom to the top.
Let me see if I can guess one.
But yeah, I was gonna have you guess before, so let's do that.
I want to say Nas has to be on the list.
Nas is on the list.
All right.
Can you place him somewhere?
Can I place him somewhere?
What do you think? Do you think he's top 5? Or
so you said top. You said it's
is
a
he
top
10? 5 or bottom 5?
Nas, I'm gonna say bottom 5.
He's actually top 5. He's number 3 on the list.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
damn.
Starting from the bottom, you want any more guesses?
No, I'm good. I'm it's a swing and a miss.
Some of these are gonna. I think some of these might get you because you think about lyricists versus vocabulary. So I think some of these might.
Okay, well let me ask this.
Some of them.
Let me ask this: are there any Wu-Tang members on there?
Yes.
GZA
is on there.
Okay.
He's number 6.
Damn, that's bottom 5. See, I would have put GZA over Nas.
But you might be confusing lyricists.
No, vocabulary.
I mean, they do have massive vocabularies.
I mean,
but,
yeah, I would have. I think I would have put GZA over Nas.
Again, this was based on whatever facts that they gathered.
Yeah.
But also, it's an opinion, so it's subjective.
Yeah, bottom up. Let me hear it.
But here what they got. They got number 10 is KRS-One. Number
KRS-One
9
at 10.
Yeah, is a heavy list.
But I'm saying if that's
right.
the bar,
right, that's the bar.
Okay.
So number 9, and this is me being biased because I think this should be higher, but is Black Thought as number 9.
Okay. Yeah, he deserves
to
be on there.
I'm trying to understand the lyricist versus vocabulary because Black Thought is insanely lyricist, but I feel like he's got a great vocabulary too. So I don't know. That's why I'm kind of torn.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Rakim.
Okay.
Number 7 may shock you. A$AP Rocky.
See, okay. This is making me think 2 things. One, I don't know A$AP's catalog enough to confirm or deny that he deserves to be on the list. 2, this makes me want to go listen to A$AP Rocky if they put him on this list.
We're gonna have to go do the same together. We're gonna have to listen together after the show. And then number 6, as you stated, was GZA.
Okay.
Number 5, top 5 now. Number 5 is Mos Def.
Mos Def over GZA. Okay.
Number 4, 3 Stacks himself, Andre 3000.
Okay. All right.
Number 3, as you established, was Nas. Top 2. Number 2 is Eminem.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 1, I don't think you'd guess, just because I don't think a lot of people would necessarily guess this.
It's not going to be Jay-Z, though, right?
It's not Jay-Z,
Okay.
but if you really go listen to his catalog, I get it. I don't know if I'd put him at number 1 still, but nonetheless, fantastic lyricist and did have a vocabulary, and that number 1 spot goes to MF Doom.
Again, another person I don't know well enough to...
Go listen to...
All right, so A$AP Rocky and
go
MF
listen
Doom.
to Danger Doom. Go listen to Danger Mouse.
I have heard some Danger Doom.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
So that's
Damn,
that top
MF
list, man.
Doom. MF Doom at the top and KRS-One at the bottom.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. I thought KRS would have been higher than...
I think it's subjectable. I think that
Yeah.
there could be some shuffling there if I was making that list.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
definitely got to go do some research because, I mean, A$AP Rocky made the list. Because, I mean, looking at this list, he's the youngest member on the list, A$AP Rocky.
Yep.
So I think that speaks volumes to what he's capable of to get added onto that list.
Yeah.
So now I'm like kicking myself because I felt like I've been sleeping this whole time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's impressive. Shout out to A$AP Rocky.
Steering the corner into movies.
Movies.
Some of these are some quick hitters. Grown Ups 3 is reportedly set to begin filming in February 2026. So I'm excited for that because I'm a fan of the Grown Up series. I liked one and two. I thought they were hilarious.
First 2 were dope.
Gotta love the cast. I mean, it's just every time you watch that, Kevin James aside, and I'm not putting down Kevin James, but it's like an SNL reunion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got Rob Schneider. Hopefully, it's more old Rob Schneider than new. You've got Spade. You've got
Chris
Sandler.
Rock.
You've got Chris Rock. So
all great comedians.
And
Kevin James holds his own. You know?
He does hold his
Kevin
own.
James holds his own.
They play off each other well. So I love the series. So I'm excited for a third one.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw was Johnny Depp is going to star in a new Christmas Carol iteration, and he's going to be Ebenezer Scrooge. Now,
okay. First off, the one thing that I appreciate that Johnny Depp is out there still working, but I feel like every role that I've seen him in since Pirates of the Caribbean. No, I say Caribbean. I come from the islands. We say Caribbean. Every role that I've seen since Pirates, he's played Jack Sparrow.
He has that.
When he did Willy Wonka.
Yeah, and I didn't like that Willy Wonka version.
When he was in 21 Jump Street, it still had a Jack Sparrow vibe.
Yeah.
So I feel like everything I've seen him in since then is Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd.
Yeah,
he
still had a little
singing Jack Sparrow.
And hey, that obviously is a hard character. He played that character so well.
Yeah.
It seems like it's hard for him to pull out of it. I mean, and that's not to say that all of those characters.
Have you watched Edward Scissorhands anytime since you watched the? Because if you
that might be the original.
If you go watch Edward Scissorhands, he has a little bit of Jack Sparrow in there, even though it's a little bit more silent.
Maybe it's not Jack Sparrow. Maybe it's Edward Scissorhands.
Right. So
or maybe that's just who he's been playing this whole time.
But my thing is do we need another version of Christmas Carol? It seems like we get a new version every 1 or 2 years, and I'm kind of. It's not that. Is nothing new, right? So what makes me want to go see this? Is it just because of who the actors are portraying it? Because the story is not changing.
Right.
I mean, they may take some light liberties here and there, but the story itself is not changing. Like they did the animated 3D animated one with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And that one was cool. I thought the way they did it and all that stuff. But I mean, it's like, okay, cool. You did it 3D animation so you could animate some of those dream sequences and all this other stuff. But like, how many more versions of Christmas Carol do we need? And if we do need more, do we need them every 2 to 3 years? Like,
right.
Can we wait 20 years and just like
put a little space between them?
That's my opinion there. And then, speaking of Jim Carrey, the other thing that's circling around the internet that has the internet actually buzzing hard, and it's got me thinking, is the idea has been thrown out there of if they're rebooting Freddy Krueger, if they're rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street, we need Jim Carrey to play it. And at first I was like, y'all are stupid. And then I went,
nah, he could pull that off.
That would work.
He could pull that off.
And I started thinking about, you remember the, was it 23?
Yeah.
That suspense when he went nuts and all that stuff on the number 20. I could see him doing Freddy, dude. And his facial expressions and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And
his physical humor and everything.
And Freddy was known for some of those quips. So
yeah.
So I think it's nothing that's in the works per se, but it's something that's buzzing on the internet. And I was like,
yeah, I think it'll be a good testament or test of his stretching his chops, you know, because we've seen him do comedy.
Yeah.
We've seen him do suspense.
Now you got a full on
But
horror
to bring
film.
the two together,
Yeah.
I think that would be great to see.
So
'Cause
that's
the man has range, you know. We've seen
Yeah.
him. We've seen him do his.
that's something that's it got me thinking. I was like, it could work. It could definitely work.
We've seen him in The Mask, where he was full on animated and comical.
Somebody stop me.
We can go as far back as Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
We've got him in 23. We've got him in Truman Show. We've got him in Evan Almighty. Like, the man has a very
Earth Girls Must
wide
Be
range.
Easy.
Earth Girls Must Be Easy. Very wide range.
Yeah,
So outside of 23.
What was it called? One's Bitten? Was
I
that?
don't remember that one.
That was the vampire one he was in.
I forget that one.
Oh, you don't remember that one? Oh, see, you ain't no
Nah.
Jim Carrey fan.
Oh man, you got me. But yeah, to see him doing Nightmare on Elm Street, I think that'll be a dope role, and I think he'll kill it. I think he'll definitely kill that.
And that's all I got in the little movie news, my little quick hitters for the movies. So you know, I'm for it.
So changing up topics a little bit, I did see something that I thought was interesting, and any kid from the 90s, any Gen X, early millennial, I think
Snaps, we have a throwback.
I think will remember this beverage. And for us, I think it held a
Surge Cola?
No, not Surge. We're going a little bit more hood than Surge. But I think especially for us late Gen Xers, it held a special place because there was a lot of ads
Cisco?
There was a lot of ads using some of our favorite rappers to help promote the product.
Oh, I know what this is now.
And I'm gonna start it off with singing a little ditty.
And I think we've talked about this.
We have talked about it before.
Yeah.
But my favorite ditty starts off with "Just hit the corner store, you know what I'm looking for."
Right.
St. Ides.
Yeah.
So they got out of the malt liquor game.
Okay.
And they got into the THC beverage game.
Oh, so they flipping up and going
flipped it up.
The other route.
Yeah, so they just introduced a new line of drinks called St. Ides High Teas. St. Ides High Teas. High Teas.
Great name.
Yeah. Each can has 10 milligrams of THC in it. They got flavors such as tropical punch, southern peach, wild raspberry. This isn't a plug or anything like that. I just thought it was dope.
Well, that's fine. If they enjoy it, they can send us some. That sounds like a nap in a can.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so I just thought that was pretty cool that, you know,
That's what's
because
up.
I thought St. Ides was gone.
All right, St. Ides, if you're listening, you're probably not. If you see this on social media, start the campaign up. Let's get the rappers and let's get the St. Ides campaign. Snoop Dogg, collaborate. It's THC, dude. Like, have him drink and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so who could you see doing
Snoop Dogg?
I mean, that's one, obviously, but I mean, what other ones? I'm thinking Jadakiss would be dope to see doing
Meth and
St.
Red.
Ides. Meth and Red would be good. Wiz Khalifa would be good.
Wiz Khalifa, yeah.
Big Sean, I think, could do a good job doing a St. Ides commercial.
Hey, yours truly.
Big Tango Slim in the house.
So no, that's dope. But I hope they do a campaign, man.
Yeah, that would be cool to see if they were able to. If they did that, I think sales would definitely take off. Like, they would definitely be all over. You'd see everybody drinking some St. Ides. I got to go find some, so I'm gonna jump on.
I know you are.
This is a shameless plug for a company that I'm not even a part of, but I'm gonna go check out StIdes.com.
You're welcome, St. Ides. Brought to you by Tango and Coop. Can you reach that?
Yeah, so I just thought that was dope that they're back out there.
Maybe we can get them to sponsor the next game that I'm gonna bring out.
Ooh, what you got?
So I decided right before we get to our final tidbit, I wanted to play a quick game with you, and it's called. It's nothing you haven't seen on the internet. It's nothing unique. It's just called "You Can Only Bring One Back."
Ooh, bring one back. Okay.
So I'm gonna name some childhood memories for you.
How many we got?
There's 9 total.
9. I got it. All right.
But you can only bring one.
That's a big list.
All of these are gonna bring back nostalgia because they're all places that as a kid probably you've either stepped inside of or whatnot. But these are all stores.
Okay.
So we're gonna start it off with the first one, which is Borders bookstores.
Borders. Okay.
So we'll have that one. We'll move on to Blockbuster Video,
Okay.
Toys R Us, which I know they're
Ooh.
kind of already coming back. We'll talk about that on another episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own opinions on that.
Blockbuster and toys.
We'll say like this: they're bringing Toys R Us back already, but they're like these small little like mall store type things. I'm talking about the full-on brick and mortar, big on.
Yeah.
So Borders bookstores, Blockbuster Video, Toys R Us full stores, Radio Shack,
Mm-hmm.
Sears,
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Video,
Mm-hmm.
Payless Shoes,
Mm-hmm.
Kmart and Circuit City.
Oh, that's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's got to be Blockbuster.
Bring back Blockbuster.
Bring back
Well, even with
Blockbuster.
streaming around, how would you pull that off?
You didn't. We're not considering anything. You're just saying bring back. I mean,
Bring it back right now, right? Like in the present time, we're bringing these
It
back.
would have to be, but none of these would survive in today's markets. So,
But if you could bring one back,
if I could bring one back, I'm bringing back Blockbuster.
so you bring, but let's also bring it back, and how would it be successful?
That I don't know.
So
That wasn't a part of the question.
true.
That
So
wasn't
you're
a part of
gonna
the
bring
question.
Blockbuster back. Nobody's gonna go in that store ever.
I'm bring. It's a pure nostalgia thing.
I'm gonna go with. I understand where you're coming from because when I read this list, I was like, oh, there was nothing like going into a Blockbuster,
Right, every Friday
walking
night.
around all the damn aisles, already knowing what movie you about to rent, but still walking around to see if there's anything else.
Seeing the new releases.
Also walking over to the game area to see if there was a game you
checking
wanted
the
to rent.
games, looking at what snacks
You know
they
what I'm
got.
saying? So,
Yeah. That was a whole Friday night event.
yeah, I remember. This is throwing a little bit back, but I remember before I bought a place, before my parents bought me my PlayStation.
Yeah.
I rented with my own money. I rented a PlayStation
Yeah.
because you could rent consoles. So I rented a PlayStation from there just because a couple of my friends already had PlayStations and I didn't, and I wanted to rent it so I could put it in my house and I could really
Play it and
go all in. So I rented it with like a couple of games and I kept it for a week and yeah. So, but I'm a little bit torn because you know me, I'm a tech nut. So I feel like Circuit City, even though I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't a big Circuit City head.
Yeah. No, I
But-
love me some Circuit City.
But if you brought that back in today's time and you just teched it up a little bit, where it was more modern tech and some innovation, I mean, I think it sucks right now that we got Best Buy still around, and they've turned into a swap meet because you go in there now. There's the Samsung section that have their own reps. There's the Apple section with their own reps. There's a Sony section with their own reps. There's all these different sections now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got the I forgot what it's called, but they have their own appliances store that's owned by the same company, but it's part of the Best Buy store too.
right.
So you have all these sections. So it's like a swap meet almost.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's how they had to do to survive. But I miss going into an electronics store and literally like feeling fully engaged with whatever I was shopping for, having demo products,
Right.
the whole nine.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not going to lie. If there's something I want to demo, I go to Best Buy or somewhere like that has it. I'll demo it and I'll go buy some, probably buy it online.
somewhere else, yeah.
Because it's going to be cheaper, right?
Yeah.
And you know that. But I do miss the experience of just walking in and like really like messing with the tech and making my decision and actually buying it from
Getting
the
some
store.
hands on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. No, that's dope. I like that. Nah, but I mean, of a lot of those spots,
But
Circuit City was a
Blockbuster
favorite.
does. I mean, being a movie buff, Blockbuster does hold of those. And
Yeah.
I was Blockbuster over Hollywood Video all day.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Hollywood Video couldn't hold the candle. They were nice a nice number 2, but
yeah, I remember in Culver City there was a Hollywood Video across the street from a Blockbuster on Venice, and the Blockbuster was always way more packed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that helped because it was in the same lot where there was also an In-N-Out.
right.
So people was grabbing their movies, grabbing their
And
burgers,
just go
and
right
heading
over
out.
there.
Let me get
Yeah.
a double and 2 flicks and be out.
Yeah. I remember that spot too.
So
Yeah, but nah, those are some good. It would be nice to see some of those stores come back. But
Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I'm still going with Blockbuster. But that's pure nostalgia purposes. I know ain't nobody. I mean, it had to be all DVDs, so they have to rent out the DVD player because nobody has that. Well, I mean, if you got a PlayStation, you got that. But if you got an Xbox,
So
does Xbox use a disc now, or are they still?
yeah, they do.
Okay.
So in my early days of working, and it was the late days of Blockbuster even existing.
Yeah.
I worked at a Blockbuster for a little bit, and I remember when people would bring their return their DVDs.
Be kind, please rewind.
I purposely would tell them, "Did you rewind it?" And they'd go, "Oh, was I supposed to?" And then they thought about it and realized how stupid they sound. So,
you forgot to rewind your DVD. We're gonna have to charge you $2.99 surcharge.
right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, well, I guess
That brings us to the tidbit.
it's the tidbit time. So, I'm sure you're familiar. We've made fun of it before, of the whole
We've made fun of a lot of things.
6'7".
Oh, 6'7".
6'7".
Have we made fun of that on the show?
I think so.
Well, if not, we're doing it now.
It's stupid. So there's been many people of our generation trying to figure out what the hell it means.
Right.
The general consensus is it's 6'7". It's like it's it's average. It's whatever. It's
I feel like that's their 1738.
I think I cracked the code, man.
Oh, okay. You put on your Sherlock Holmes hat.
Did my calculations.
What'd you come up with?
So 6'7". 67, 67.
Is that because they don't do 69s? Like we used to have 68 and I owe you one.
You can't do that through FaceTime, through Twitter, Snapchat, or
So
whatever.
that's why it's a 67.
So
67 I owe you two.
homium.
Homium.
Yeah.
Like the element homium.
The element on the periodic
Periodic table
table.
homium.
The 67th element, 67, homium, which its abbreviation is ho.
HO.
So I believe that whenever somebody comes up to you and says 67, they're calling you a ho.
Calling you a hoe. Damn. So it's just a bunch of people calling people hoes.
Everybody's walking around, you a ho.
Hoes. What's up, hoes?
What's up with old girl up there? 67.
67.
It's not whatever, it's she a hoe. Because that's the 67th element on the periodic table.
That's an interesting
Y'all
connection.
can't get this by me, the new generation.
That's an interesting connection.
So
Man.
67, 67, homium,
Okay.
H-O.
Good to know.
And with that, we have finally reached that. So remember to like, subscribe, follow, and watch us on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next episode of
Can you reach that?
Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
Can You Reach That? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.
Can you reach that?